What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another reaction video, and here we got for you guys today Goku Black versus Reverse. Whoa, let me say that again. Goku Black versus Reverse Flash Dragon Ball versus DC Death Battle. Now, I have no idea who's gonna win this. I don't really know too much about Goku Black, but I know quite a bit about Reverse Flash, so this is gonna be interesting. But like I said, they're gonna give us their move sets, their their experiences, their power, their strengths, their weaknesses, everything. So I have no one to go with right now, but let's see what they give us. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video, man.
You know, 2021 is Adam and Eve's 50th birthday.
And to celebrate, they want to give you a gift. No, 10 gifts.
Huh, usually it would be the other way around.
If you use our code BATTLE at adamandeve.com, you'll get 50% off almost any one item.
Then Adam and Eve
Oh,
loads
nah,
out
that's
the
too
free
long.
stuff.
That's a
Let's get into the video, please. Let's go.
Goku Black, the body-stealing arbiter of divine justice.
and the Reverse Flash, DC's psychopathic speedster fanboys.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
But I'd say the sincerest form of flattery is not trying to kill your superhero husbando. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a
Death Battle.
What consumes the thoughts of a god? What do immortals dream of with all the time in the world? In Zamasu's case, his one goal was divine justice.
Yeah, this guy's got major Final Fantasy big bad energy all over him.
As the assistant to Universe 10's Supreme Kai, Zamasu prized above all else cosmic order and natural beauty.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you know I can burp and fart at the same time? Here, let me try.
Unsurprisingly,
Oh, come on, bro.
Zamasu despised the inherently chaotic nature of mortals, being seemingly unwilling to lift themselves out of their own cycle of violence and stupidity.
Yep.
Like some
I
people.
know that.
Yeah, I know
I know that much about Goku Black. He does not like mortals. I know that much.
those people too. His heart was clouded until the day he met Son Goku.
With God Ki, Goku could match blows with the god of destruction, Beerus. Their clash nearly destroyed the entirety of Universe 7, a cosmological structure at least 9 times larger than our own universe. At most, it could even be as large as 13 times greater than ours. As a side note, it's worth mentioning that when 2 gods of destruction fought, they were capable of casually destroying 2 of these universes.
And since the shockwaves from their punches traveled across Universe 7 in seconds, they'd have to be hitting way faster than light.
Goku was tapping into his Super Saiyan God form for this, though clearly not at its full strength. While the exact multiplier for Super Saiyan Blue is unknown, Toriyama himself has directly compared it to the original Super Saiyan form.
And don't forget, Goku trained with Whis and fought in the tournament with Universe 6 before Zamasu caught up with him. So by that time, he was way stronger.
Here was a mortal with the powers of gods beyond even Zamasu's abilities, someone who could bring his dreams to fruition.
So Sammy did what anyone would do in that situation. Kill his master to become the Supreme Kai, wish on the Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Goku, and kill every single mortal in the universe.
And thus the deity Zamasu became Goku Black.
Please, Goku Black? You couldn't be more creative?
Now, you might be wondering, why didn't he just win?
Honestly, when I first seen Goku Black without knowing any of the context around him, I thought that he just looked a lot like Goku. I really thought he was like a totally different person. I didn't know he stole Goku's body and then planned planned a whole attack on him from the get-go. I just thought he was just a random person that came into the storyline, and yeah, he just looked a lot like Goku, or he was related to Goku somehow, some way. That's crazy. Like, now knowing the information I do now, it's a lot that happened. It's a lot. That's just crazy.
Wish all the mortals dead, but that wouldn't be as fun, would it? Black's got all of Goku's strength and powers, but wielded by a genocidal maniac instead of that lovable goober of a monkey man.
And in keeping with Goku's Saiyan heritage and godly ki, Black can easily achieve the form of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
But with a champagneful twist.
Super Saiyan Rose.
Rosé, really? What is he, a suburban wine mom? Watch out before he unlocks Super Saiyan Live, Laugh, Love! He stole Goku's techniques too, like the instant transmission, where he focuses on a person's key
I
signature
remember
to
that.
teleport to their location. He's even got the Black Kamehameha, which is a Kamehameha, but pink.
And with a Saiyan body, he gets stronger and stronger every time he almost dies. He just becomes harder and harder to kill.
Which really sucks for the rest of the universe, because Black is kinda like if Goku just snapped one day and used his powers to their full murderous potential.
That's a
Like
fact.
the God Split cut, where he surrounds his hands with a keyblade to slice you to ribbons. He used this very technique to, kill Goku's family.
He can even extend this Keyblade into a huge curved one called the Azure Dragon Sword, which, along with his Kamehameha, confirms my suspicions that Goku is colorblind.
Actually, Black's Azure Dragon Sword is named after a legendary weapon wielded by one of Earth's greatest warriors, the Desert Bandit Yamcha. Wait, what?
And
What?
he can make a
Yamcha.
scythe and slice open space-time itself to create a bunch of shadow clones. Black, not Crater Boy over here. But his most dastardly weapon isn't a key technique at all. It's the time ring he got from his dead master.
This ring allowed Black to travel through time and even escape into future Trunks' alternate timeline, where he had free reign over the entire universe.
And let him team up with his best bud, himself. Too bad Goku and company showed up to spoil the fun. But wait, isn't Zamasu in Goku's body? How are there two Gokus? There's only one Goku in the multiverse, right? But Goku met Black before he met Zamasu, which means Black existed before Zamasu came up with the
Okay, don't
idea.
confuse
And then
me.
They killed Zamasu before he could do it
Don't
anyway,
confuse
but
me.
Goku Black was still around? What the hell is going on?
Time travel is, and it just don't make no sense. In that universe, it makes no sense. Because of what's all he came from another dimension, but then it doesn't affect the time loop, so then he can be able to do that, which he can Once you start mentioning dimensions and then and in different universes, that's like that fractures out of the equation. Because then honestly, you can do anything now. Now nothing affects nothing. You could just go from this dimension and then from that dimension and that dimension, and then bring in universes as well within that own dimension. Yeah, nah.
Sure, it's a classic grandfather's paradox. The thing is, Black's time ring prevents him from being affected by alterations to his own personal timeline. So, killing him in the past doesn't change his future, and vice versa. He's almost impossible to kill because even if you do it at one point in time, he still exists at another point in time.
Yeah.
And another, and another, and another, another.
Oh God, I hate that.
That's the thing too. You gotta keep even if you kill him at one point in time, you gotta go after the next one, the next one, the next one, and it probably will never stop. It probably will never stop until the end of time, and I'm not doing that.
Black has
Crazy.
crushed Saiyans like Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. Hell, even Vegito couldn't beat him. He even merged with the universe to become one with everything. Like I said, major Final Fantasy villain vibes here.
It took Zeno, the Omni King, the most powerful being in all of creation, to step in and erase that entire timeline just to stop Black's rampage. How ironic. Zamasu's higher calling was the eradication of all mortal life in the universe, and he stole the strongest mortal's body to do it. But in the end, he was always doomed to fail. His quest for power meant nothing against a being that would always be stronger no matter what he did or who he was.
And the universe ended up being destroyed anyway. It's like one big cosmic joke, with no one left to laugh.
You've been running around making messes for too long, and now I'm going to choke the life from you. I can't wait to watch you die.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Barry Allen, the Flash,
Ah!
is one of the greatest heroes in history, an inspiration to many across time and space. And there's no better example than his #1 fan from the 25th century, Eobard Thawne.
Alright, Wiz, we've tackled a lot of stupid names for things in our years here at
Reverse
Death Battle,
Flash.
but I'm confident that Eobard is the dumbest f***ing first name I've ever heard in my life. Eobard was completely obsessed with the Flash and dedicated his whole life to studying the Speed Force like a total nerd. Good luck to him, because there's no way he's figuring that shit out.
But Thawne's life irrevocably changed the day he discovered a time capsule from the 21st century. By some strange coincidence, it just so happened to contain Barry's costume. By experimenting on it, Thawne managed to replicate the Flash's powers, turning himself into a mirror of his idol.
That's how he became Reverse Flash. I thought it was something else. I didn't know he took his kind of like replicated his DNA in some sort from the suit. And that's wild. That's wild.
And you can bet he totally crapped himself when Barry Senpai showed up in the future and took him under his wing. It was a dream come true.
Until Barry realized that Thawne had fabricated crimes in order to show up and save the day. Disgraced, Thawne promised to better himself before traveling to the past to prove his worth to his hero, to prove that their bond was special.
That's when Thawne found out that Barry already had a best friend, and a family, and a life. Without him, he didn't matter. He wasn't special. He was just a nobody Barry tossed out in the trash and forgot about. Like my Tinder dates do to me.
If only. When Thawne visited the Flash Museum in Barry's time, he discovered the secret identity to Flash's greatest enemy that in his future had been lost to time. The one Barry was fated to kill.
Is that Godspeed?
Eobard Thawne.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
Oh, ain't that a bitch?
Okay,
The
never
shock
mind.
drove Thawne mad. If he couldn't be Flash's best friend, he'd be his greatest enemy. And I guess also ensure his
He
own
had
future
plastic
death.
surgery to look like Barry? Nah, that's yo, that's psychotic. Ain't no way. Wow. Man, no, that's crazy. He was obsessed with him that much. I mean, he did go to the past to try to become his best friend, and in the future, it didn't work out. But that's just, nah. Wow.
He would travel from the future to terrorize the Flash family in the past. Revenge in reverse. He'd become the Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash. We're really setting the world on fire with these names today, huh, Wiz?
Thawne draws his powers from the negative Speed Force, which he generates
Yeah.
with every step he takes, just like Barry does with the regular Speed Force. The negative Speed Force gives Thawne access to many of the Flash's powers, including his mind-bending super speed, enough to travel all across time and space in days. He can keep up with and surpass other speedsters like Barry and Wally.
Who once ran fast enough to cross the universe faster than two gods who could teleport. Wally even beat himself in a race, and Barry admitted Thawne was still faster than that. Wait just a second, he beat himself? That doesn't even make sense.
But unlike Barry and Wally, Thawne applies his powers more catastrophically, using them to their full potential without any care for collateral. Take, for instance, his ability to vibrate himself through solid objects.
Objects like, say, vital organs. And if he did, he'd scramble their molecules, causing instant death. Thawne did just that to Barry's wife, Iris, and Barry did not appreciate it.
Thawne's
Wow.
vibrations are so powerful, he can even produce a counterforce that can reverse the destruction of the entire universe.
Pretty crazy sounding, but even B-tier speedsters like Jenny Ognats can do the same kind of thing. And when Barry and Wally raced each other, they were tearing up the entire multiverse.
Thawne can create shockwaves with a snap, phase into your body and possess you, and even speak at such high speeds that you'll hear his words as though they were your own thoughts. And instead of stealing your speed like other Flashes, he can steal your time.
Yeah, Thawne can
Your
yoink decades
time.
from your life and age you 80 years in just a few seconds.
Wow.
Kinda sounds like your sex life, huh, Wiz?
But Thawne's greatest ability is his unmatched skill at time travel, and he uses this expertise to be as petty and cruel as humanly possible.
Thawne wasn't a dummy. He knew that if he went back in time to kill Barry before he got his powers, he'd erase himself from the time stream too. So instead, he'd just make Barry's life suck as hard as he could, push him down some stairs, retcon his best friend from history, kill his mom. He even told Barry he'd go back in time and adopt him as his own son.
Now that I remember, that's like the part that I know most about the Reverse Flash, is that he was making Barry's life a living hell. He did kill his mom. I'm not sure about the other things about the best friend and just the random things that he was doing, but I know he killed his mom. I know that part. That's the major thing I know.
Dude, what the fuck?
That's another big difference between Thawne and Barry. Whereas Barry only went back in time to save his mother's life, Thawne often went back in time to try to fix his own mediocre life.
Fix?
He killed his more successful younger brother, his career rival at the Flash Museum, and every single boyfriend his crush had until there was no one left but him.
And when she still rejected him, he went back in time again and made her an invalid for the rest of her life.
Nah, that's
Jesus
messed up.
Christ! This guy's a monster. But wait, Wiz, that's impossible. Grandpappy Paradox or whatever. If he went back in time to kill someone, they'd be dead in the future, which means...
Which means he'd never know them and want to go back in time in the first place, right?
Wiz, Maybe time is a construct with no legitimate unit of measurement other than the meager attempts man has made to understand the incomprehensible world around him.
Well, actually, Thawne was just inside the time stream when Barry initiated Flashpoint, which rewrote the universe while Thawne was technically disconnected from it. So, Thawne essentially broke. Literally, figuratively, mentally, physically, temporally.
Or maybe he just hated Barry so much it defied the laws of time itself. Whoa!
More specifically, he became a living paradox, a being without a past or future, literally without continuity.
Then how do you stop him? How do you stop him? Okay, I don't know how Goku Black is gonna defeat him. From what I just heard, you literally can't stop this dude anymore. He doesn't exist in the past, present, or future. You can't stop him. You can't stop him. You literally can't stop him. That's crazy.
Not only did this mean he'd be unaffected by changes to his past, it made him effectively immortal.
Stabbed in the chest by evil Batman, vaporized by Iris in some sweet, sweet payback, or getting Dr. Manhattaned by the big blue god dong himself. Thawne was always reborn, unable to stay dead.
But more than anything, it made him immune from consequences.
Unlike
Yeah,
Barry,
like what?
whose changes to time could destroy all of reality, Thawne could do whatever he wanted. He was impossible.
Reverse the destruction of the universe. Oh yeah, he's not losing. He's winning. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. 100%. Who is Dr. Manhattan? But yeah, he's winning. There's no way he's not. It's literally no way. It's no way.
To stop with no reason to hold back.
He's survived a hit from Barry while he had the entire Speed Force absorbed into him, and even Wally's infinite mass punch, which has the mass of a white dwarf star. A white dwarf is essentially the remains of a star's ultra-dense core, which has a mass of over 2 octillion tons.
Wow.
And he took one of those to the noggin and just took a nap. Man, he must really hate Barry if a sun to the face can't take him down.
But he doesn't hate Barry. All of his schemes, all of his machinations, all of his insane timeline-shattering threats, all of it was because it was the only way he could think of to spend time with his hero.
That's really sad.
His costume says it all. He never intended to be the Reverse Flash. He wanted to be the Kid Flash. All Thawne ever
The
really
Kid
desired
Flash.
was to be by Barry's side.
In the end, though, goody little Two Shoes Barry forgave him, and then vibrated away his living paradox powers, erasing him from existence.
Though not entirely. Barry didn't kill Thawne, he reset his timeline, removing the one thing driving his hatred, his relationship with Barry. Without that, Thawne was a normal, happy Flash fan once again.
It's
Okay.
Comics Wiz, he'll be back. And when he does, there'll be no running. He'll always be faster. He'll always catch you. And time is always on his side.
Still think you can take me? Even death can't catch me.
For real.
All right, the
Well-
combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, let me tell you how to reverse things in the bedroom in a flash with
Alright.
Blue Chew. Oh!
Well, you already know what I got. Reverse Flash. You can't stop him. We already seen it. He exists. He doesn't exist within the what is it, the timeline, or within the, I'm gonna say the timeline. He doesn't exist. He doesn't exist in that time little timeline thing. I'm gonna just say that timeline. So yeah, past, present, future, you can't kill him. He still exists, but just not in that timeline. You literally can't kill him. He could come back anytime he wants to. So yeah, Goku Black is losing. Reverse Flash is winning. I'm going to Reverse Flash. It's no way he's losing that. It's no way.
It was me, Barry. I was the one who...
Mortals, sinners, prepare for divine justice!
Oh.
Oops.
He did that for no reason. That's wild. Because he doesn't care about these people.
Excuse me, sir. I'm in need of your services.
Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Oh, what is those two twins from what is those two twins from Invincible called? Those two blue twins or two blue clones? I forgot their names. But that just reminded me of that scene where where basically the original grabbed the clone and basically put him towards the danger, and his body parts were just flying backwards, and he was using them as a shield. Oh, I forgot what their names was called. Oh man. But that was hilarious. Wow. Ah, I forgot what it was called. Okay. Man. Alright, whatever.
Stand still and face your judgment, mortal!
Okay.
Already using that?
What do you
Not using the blade.
Is it not beautiful?
Let's go. Superman him. Come on, let's go. I'm in for a fight.
Incoming genius. I'll end this fight before it even began.
No way.
In reverse.
He's going back in time.
Magnificent! Mortals, sinners, prepare for defy!
Oh! He's coming back. No way. There's no way it's over. He's coming back. Yep.
Why aren't you dead?
Yep. They can do the same thing. Exactly. He can still come back. Even if he's killed in that point in time. But the thing is, you can't kill Reverse Flash. He'll always be there. There's no way it's gonna be a tie. It's no way. There's no way. Quicksilver. Wow.
To stand atop all things and look down upon creation itself. That is the work of a god!
Empty threats to a living paradox.
How truly foolish.
Oh, he destroyed it. It's over.
Important.
It's over. It's over. Oh, it's over. It's over. Yeah. Yeah. It's over. It is over. Goodbye. You're not coming back. Bye. Bye.
How fun.
Yep. Yep. Bye.
We send enough people to that sun, we really should have a timeshare.
This was a fairly tricky matchup to figure out, least of all for their incredible levels of power.
Black could destroy a universe like ours at least 660 times over. I mean, a punch at least as big as a star is really badass, but that's in another league.
However, there was a lot more to cover than just how many stars or universes they could blow up. At their peak, both Goku Black and Reverse Flash were so impressive they were removed from time itself, becoming living paradoxes, making any attempt to kill either of them meaningless.
Stupid time travel.
It's difficult to determine who would figure out a counter to this temporal invincibility first, but it would most likely rely on a combination of speed and smarts.
As far as speed goes, it's no surprise Thawne definitely had the edge. Yeah, Black's attacks could reach speeds quintillions of times faster than light, but Thawne is a Flash.
Even early in his career as a member of the Flash family, Wally West could reach speeds that were impossible to comprehend and calculate. There are numerous examples of this for multiple iterations of the Flash, many of whom Thawne was clearly equal to.
Plus, he's kind of an expert when it comes to timey-wimey bullshit.
And he could likely overpower Black and destroy said time ring too. After all, Thawne once generated enough energy to counter the destruction of the entire DC universe, which is stated in comics to be at least 100 trillion light years in diameter. That's over 1 billion times larger than our own universe, and over 70 million times larger than Dragon Ball's Universe 7.
It's sort of impossible to lock down the exact limits of Goku Black's upper strength without getting into lots of assumptions and guesswork. He's obviously stronger than Goku was when he clashed with Beerus, but even being super generous with training and power boosts and multipliers, the gap here is way too wide to be able to just assume Goku Black could match this level of power. The DC universe is just too big. And remember, Barry and Wally's race almost ripped apart the entire DC multiverse.
It's also important to stress that Goku Black is not Goku. Goku's drive and willpower can push through even the most absurd limits to potentially match higher levels of power. Zamasu took Goku's body because he's more than willing to take shortcuts. It's an entirely different mindset.
Yeah, and once he took care of that time ring, Reverse Flash had a lot more options than just overpowering Black. With that super speed, he could pretty easily scramble Black's insides or age him to death with a touch. Zamasu may have been a deity even without the time ring, but Goku's body is mortal with a limited range of age. Might have really screwed yourself with that one, huh, Zamzam?
Goku Black was a nightmarish foe, but Thawne's experience with time travel, ridiculous levels of hacks, and frankly impossible speed gave him the means to take the win.
This fight was definitely not sunderwhelming.
The winner is the Reverse Flash.
I hope you guys enjoyed that episode of Death Battle. If you
Hey, a fantastic episode, if I do say so myself. Fantastic. Fantastic. Wow. That was a fantastic episode, man. What I will say, it's that, yeah, he was right. Flash could do the exact same thing to Goku if he wanted to. Like, for real. Not, like, knowing all this information and, like, if Flash did the exact same thing that Reverse Flash did, he could defeat Goku Black easily. And I also got to keep in mind that, yes, Goku is mortal. So for him to be able to do that, he'll have, like, Reverse Flash will have no problem taking care of Goku Black because he is using Goku's body and, yeah, and all that implications. So, yeah, I gotta remember that. So it's not gonna be so. It's also got to be some gray areas in that too. It's not just gonna be straightforward who will win, you know. Cause like without even knowing all this information, you would think Goku Black will win because you're thinking of like who he is like as a person, like without having Goku's body and knowing the powers, his skill set, everything like that. And when you actually watch this video, you're like, it's not so easy as it seems. But I get it. But you guys, this is the end of the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next in the comments down below. Go to my Patreon where all of my block reactions will be. We'll have the copyright and blur on the screen. And please turn on your post notifications so you can be notified every time I drop a new video. It's bangers all 2024 to 2025, man. I promise you guys you do not want to miss the upcoming videos I have next. And if you want to further support, go down on my Cash App. It's in the link in the description down below. Thank you guys for all the love and support. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And I hope you guys are here to stay. But with that being said, you guys already know this, man. I'm out of here.